Hello everyone. Before diving into today's topic, we want to take a moment to thank you for your support. Every like, comment, and subscription truly makes a difference and helps this channel grow. If you enjoy our content and don't want to miss future videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to receive all notifications. The universe hasn't always been the spectacular stage we know today, dotted with billions of glittering galaxies. There was a time when light was imprisoned. In the first 300 million years after the Big Bang, the universe was shrouded in a thick fog of neutral hydrogen, impenetrable to radiation. It was the Dark Age. No photon could travel far. No star illuminated the cosmos. Only the expansion of space and the slow cooling of the primordial plasma shaped a silent, invisible, unfathomable world. But then, like a symphony beginning with a whisper, a moment of rupture came. A change that would forever transform the nature of the universe. That cosmic event is known as the Epoch of Reionization. A crucial and mysterious period during which light triumphed over darkness. The neutral hydrogen that saturated space was broken into its fundamental components, protons and electrons, by an increasing amount of ultraviolet radiation. Finally, light could flow freely through the cosmic void. The universe became transparent. But the real question is, who is responsible? For decades, scientists confidently pointed to the first large galaxies. Those primordial giants, capable of hosting millions of massive stars, seemed the only ones able to generate enough energy to bring about such a change. But today, thanks to observations from the James Webb Space Telescope, the dominant hypothesis is faltering. A new suspect has appeared on the cosmic scene. Small but crucial, dwarf galaxies. Seemingly insignificant, these tiny galaxies contain from a few 100,000 to a few million stars. Modest numbers compared to the Milky Way's 100 billion. And yet, in their primordial chaos, they seem to have had a disproportionate impact. Some have been observed at cosmological distances with redshifts above z=10, corresponding to a time when the universe was less than 500 million years old. And what surprises is not just their existence, but their behavior. The primordial dwarf galaxies were extremely turbulent environments. They had no well-defined structures like spiral arms or stable cores. On the contrary, they were disrupted by rapid cycles of star formation, supernova explosions, intense galactic winds. This chaos created gaps in the dense gas envelopes, facilitating the escape of ultraviolet radiation produced by the young stars. While in larger galaxies part of that light was absorbed by internal gas, in dwarf galaxies the photon escape efficiency was much higher. An unexpected advantage. A completely natural evolutionary strategy. The discovery of this capability has shed new light on what may have truly caused reionization. According to recent models, a sufficiently numerous population of active dwarf galaxies could have emitted enough radiation to completely reionize the hydrogen in the universe in just a few 100 million years. A silent revolution, led by myriads of tiny protagonists. But why did these galaxies remain invisible for so long? The reason is as simple as it is shocking. Their faint brightness and small size made them indistinguishable in the background noise of the primordial universe. Only extremely advanced instruments, like James Webb, with its infrared sensitivity and ability to focus light from over 13 billion years ago, have been able to intercept their signature. And now that we are finally seeing them, we realize how incomplete our theories about the formation of the universe were. The Dark Age, once seen as an insurmountable wall, is beginning to reveal its most intimate details. And in the midst of that ancestral landscape, the dwarf galaxies shine like fireflies in the dark, bearers of a past that has never felt so alive. This is not just an academic question. Understanding the role of dwarf galaxies in reionization means rewriting the history of the universe. It means recalibrating models of galaxy evolution, dark matter, the initial conditions of the cosmos. And above all, it means understanding better how complexity can emerge from simplicity, how an army of small actors can change the fate of an entire universe. And yet, the questions don't end there. If these galaxies were so numerous and active in the early billion years, what happened to them? Where are they now? Have they disappeared, swallowed up by larger galaxies? Or are they still hiding, silent and invisible, in the dark recesses of the cosmos? In the next section, we will delve into these questions, exploring the present and future of dwarf galaxies, from their modern descendants to the new technological tools that could reveal their deepest secrets. A journey between invisibility and power, between structure and mystery, that continues to challenge our understanding of the cosmos. At the heart of our galaxy, the Milky Way, lies a clue. A spherical halo, made up of hundreds of enigmatic objects, orbits silently around the galactic disk. Some of these objects are already known, satellite galaxies such as Sagittarius, the Large and Small Magellanic Clouds, and a handful of others. But according to the most advanced cosmological simulations, like those from the illustrious TNG project or the Millennium simulation, there should be many more. At least 100. Perhaps several hundred. And yet, we don't see them. This paradox is known as the missing satellites problem. It is one of the open mysteries of modern cosmology. If the universe is truly dominated by dark matter, and if dwarf galaxies were born abundantly in the early moments, why can't we find them all around us? One possible answer is that many of them are made almost entirely of dark matter. They have no stars, or so few that they remain invisible even to the most powerful telescopes. They are, quite literally, ghost galaxies. Their mass is enough to warp space-time, to influence the motion of nearby stars, to leave gravitational fingerprints. But they emit no light. It's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a storm. Some astronomers have started looking for them indirectly, using extremely precise data collected by the Gaia satellite. By observing the anomalous orbits of some stars in the Milky Way, one can attempt to trace the presence of invisible objects influencing their movements. It is meticulous work, but gravitational maps are already beginning to take shape where before there was only darkness. Meanwhile, James Webb continues its investigation into the past. Each new dwarf galaxy discovered at extremely high redshift confirms that the population of these objects in the early universe was numerous and active. Some show chemical signs suggesting the early presence of heavy elements, created in the first supernovae. Others seem to have formed in environments so metal-poor that they resemble perfect laboratories for studying population 3 stars, the very first. If we ever manage to identify one of these stars, it will likely be within a dwarf galaxy. But the role of dwarf galaxies doesn't end in the past. Some hypotheses suggest that, in a distant future, when larger galaxies have exhausted their stellar fuel, it will be the dwarfs that survive the longest. Their small size, efficiency in star formation, and relative stability in gas-poor environments could make them the last torches burning in a fading universe. In a way, they are the guardians of cosmic memory. Those who were there at the beginning, and who will still be there at the end. And let us not forget their evolutionary potential. Dwarf galaxies are not just witnesses, but also building blocks. The formation of larger galaxies, according to the hierarchical model, occurred through the progressive merging of smaller structures. Every time two dwarf galaxies collide and merge, they give rise to a more massive and complex structure. Modern galaxies are the final product of a long series of encounters, gravitational dances, collisions, and assimilations. In this sense, every galaxy is a mosaic of ancient stellar lives. It is fascinating to think that such a majestic event as the reionization of the universe, which forever changed the rules of cosmic transparency, was caused not by a few giants, but by a multitude of small flames. It's a powerful metaphor. Change, even on a cosmic scale, can arise from the sum of seemingly insignificant actions. And as we look to the sky, seeking answers, dwarf galaxies continue their journey. Some orbit near us, others are suspended billions of light years away, still immersed in the fog of time. But all tell the same story, that to become what it is today, the universe needed the contribution of every part of itself. Even the smallest, darkest, most fragile ones. The next space telescope, perhaps the Nancy Grace Roman, or the gigantic ELT under construction in Chile, will give us new eyes to view these unseen galaxies. But even now, we know enough to recognize their importance. They are not just details. They are silent protagonists of a cosmic epic. And every photon that reaches us from them is a message written billions of years ago, in the universe's oldest language, the language of light triumphing over darkness.